what they offer you is gray and promises dystopian control. They offer you safety and security purchased with the currency of your freedoms. But on this channel, we say absolutely not. The warmth and freedom of individual liberty will pass on from us to the next generation, and it starts right now. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix this bad boy together. Guys, if you missed the exchange today between the ranking Rizzler, Laura DeLauro, or whatever, the purple-haired fiend on the Democrat side, and Pam Bondi, you missed a lot of adventure today. Luckily, I have it all for you because she loses her mind, and Giffords.org was kind enough to point it out to us. Now, everything that I'm going to show you is going to be linked in the description box below. I always bring you the receipts, and of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on because we have got some freedom to spread from this generation to the next, and we're doing it every single day in the movement that we are creating, and thank you for that. All right, guys, you know what? I love you guys. Let's jump right in. Make sure you follow me on X at BradenLOA because this is going to get your attention. And later tonight, I'm going to do a live episode, a special episode, showing you what we've uncovered about the whole merger of the ATF and the DEA, and it's not going to go like a lot of people think it is. That's a teaser. Let's get into this. All right, at BradenLOA on X. So what I'm going to show you right now is a 3-minute excerpt, and we're going to go back and forth on this, and I'm going to show you a few things in this exchange by, Representative Rosa DeLauro. This is the blue-haired 80-year-old woman who made that little ranking Rizzler video that we made a big parody and mockery out of. Yeah, she's going after Pam Bondi, and Bondi just, for what it's worth, she backhands her, and it's glorious. All right, let's get into this. I cannot wait to hear it. Mute myself. Madam Attorney General, go.
I am a career prosecutor, and I believe in keeping America safe, making America safe. First, what we're doing is ATF is going to be brought over with DEA. Everyone knows, everyone sitting up here, guns and drugs go together.
All right, so special note on this. I'm going to do a live video in about 3 hours from now on this channel that's going to walk you through why that's not going to go the way everyone is afraid that's going to go. Because I've uncovered some research, I've been diving into it. The ATF and the DEA merger as being prescribed, it's not going to go down that way. I'm going to bring all the receipts later on in that live. So keep that in mind as we go through. That's not good. We do not want it, but it's not going to be what everyone thinks that it's going to be. I'll show you later. But let's continue. I wanted to stop and clear that up really quickly.
They go together. We're going to make it more efficient. What I will tell you will not be happening is ATF agents will not be knocking on the doors of legal gun owners in the middle of the night asking them about their guns. They're going to be out on the streets. If I can finish, they're going to be out on the streets.
I have three
No,
minutes.
You asked me a question.
I did. And
you asked me a question.
And you haven't
I'm gonna
answered my question.
So they're going to be out on the streets working
You haven't
hand in hand
answered my
with
question.
DEA
You
to
haven't
violate.
answered. Mr. Chairman, I'd like an answer to my question.
Okay, I'll let it go back in a second because it gets even spicier than that. But no, one thing I want to highlight there is ATF members will not be knocking on people's doors in the middle of the night. Why is that important? One, it's an admission that it was happening under the Biden administration. Two, it's a promise of sorts that won't happen again. And the other thing is she's talking about the crime at the street level. She's not talking about like the white collar. You didn't do this right in the FFL. You didn't do this right on the 4473. You have too many guns. Where's the list of your serial numbers? All the shenanigans and crap we saw under the Biden administration. That's not what she's talking about. Again, ATF and DEA merger, not good, not a fan. Don't want it, no thanks. And I'm going to show you later on in that live why it's not going to work like that. But that's what she's referencing. Okay, and the exchange of I'm going to finish this little cat fight is about to go really amazing, and that's the only way I can describe it. Watch this. You tell me in the comments if it's not that.
And the question is not being answered. How many ATF law enforcement officers and industry operations investigators do you anticipate will be lost to attrition as a result of the funding reduction you are proposing. You are proposing a 26% cut to ATF for fiscal year 2026, as well as a 4.4% cut to DEA. So you're going to merge the two agencies together, and then you're going to shortchange their resources, so neither one of them will be able to do the job that they have been designed to do. You've got a 34% cut to the high-intensity drug trafficking areas program, no dedicated money at all for the Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force. So, my view, it's fair to say that the Trump administration proposal shortchanges federal efforts to stop illegal gun trafficking and federal efforts to stop the flow of dangerous illegal drugs like fentanyl.
Okay, so as you can see, this is just more dribble from the left and their incessant need to completely try to twist these narratives and crash these viral moments. She's going to start losing her mind in a second, so hang on for that one. But did you catch what she said? You're going to merge these two agencies, and you're going to reduce the ATF by 26%, and then the DEA by 4%, and then 30% cut from all the special task force fundings. So therefore, you're defunding police and law enforcement. No, that's not really what's happening. And on top of that, again, I want to reemphasize, later on I will show you how that merger that they're talking about isn't going to be a on-paper merger. And I'm going to show you all the receipts of why that's not going to be what they're talking about. I have a very high suspicion that this is going to be much more of a, hey, can we borrow a bunch of ATF agents, or hey, can we borrow a bunch of DEA agents? I have a feeling this is much more of a collaboration move versus an actual merger. They are using the language of merger, but everything that I'm seeing in the research, and again, I'll come on live with it later tonight, and you can tell me and be the judge, but it does not look like the merger that is intended is going to be effectuated. All right. Now, she's freaking out about that. But now let's get some more sparks, because I'm here for the sparks. I love when these lefties get just absolutely trounced.
As I was attempting to answer your question very calmly, unlike you,
Excuse me, Madam Attorney General. Answer yes or no. Tell me what the numbers are. I don't want to hear all of your filibuster about this. Go ahead, please. Tell us the numbers.
So we are reorganizing. ATF agents want to be out on the street.
Okay, let me answer the question for you. I'm going to answer it for you. Page. Mr. Chairman, you give me a certain amount of time, and I have a high respect for you, but I don't have to listen, nor do my colleagues have to listen to a filibuster when it's a simple question. But I have an answer to your question.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt the incessant nagging for a second. You know, that chairman on the Republican side, you know, that guy who she was just talking to, he could grow a pair, because she just told him to sit down and shut up, and she kept going. So, and that's a Republican. So I'll tell you, grow a pair, bro. But anyway, let's keep on going to listen to her provide her own answer to her own question. And AG Bondi is just sitting there like, yeah, you can fill in what I was about to say. Let's keep going.
It's page 146 of the department's fiscal year 2026 budget. And the performance summary explicitly says, and let me quote, ATF will eliminate 541 industry operation investigators, reducing ATF's capacity to regulate the firearms and explosive industries by approximately 40% in fiscal year 2026. ATF will perform fewer regulatory inspections. The proposal will weaken our ability to stop gun trafficking, and it will greatly reduce ATF support for state and local law enforcement that helps them prevent and solve.
All right, I'm just going to jump in really quickly. Everything's linked if you want to watch this yourself, but I want to really highlight an important point at the end of this video. You guys remember Project Thor, that thing that Steve Dettelbach shut down and the Biden administration shut down and Merrick Garland shut down? You know, the thing that was tracking all the gun trafficking across the entire United States that was also going across the border of Mexico? You know, that whole thing? Yeah. Funny how that didn't factor into her little rant right there. Guys, it's all a game. The more that we call out the game, the more that we share this information, the more we will actually be effective in what we're trying to do. Like I always say, I'm not just going to tell you what's going on, I'm going to provide what's happening around it and how we're going to fix it. And this right here is a good example of how we're going to fix it, because we can call out all their bullcrap on the daily by actually sharing this information. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. And also, you guys are freaking awesome. I'll see you on that live tonight where we address all the things that I found.